Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to take you through a walkthrough tour of this project that I've just purchased. This one is a 4-bedroom family home and I'm going to be converting it into a 6-bedroom HMO. Stay tuned until the end of the video because I'm going to be sharing all the numbers with you guys, the purchase price, refurb cost, stamp duty, everything. So hopefully this video helps some people. If you're looking to do a similar project like this yourself, then this is the video for you. Anyway, let me show you inside. Welcome to my crib, MTV Cribs. Let me show you on inside. Right guys, so this is the downstairs area. Now as you can see, we have a really good space. This is the downstairs massive living room leading onto the kitchen. And basically what we're gonna do with this property is we're gonna convert it into a 6-bedroom HMO. Now for those of you that don't know, HMO stands for House of Multiple Occupants. Basically where you have a house and you rent it out room by room by room by room. So what we're going to do with this area is this is actually a garage through here. So we're going to utilize the garage space. Now I don't have the key for the garage right now, but I've been inside the garage and it's really big and it's a good size. So the garage is actually attached to the property. So we don't need to go for planning permission to use that space. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to do 2 or 3 bedrooms down here and 4 bedrooms upstairs. So that's the rough layout. We might build it out as a 7-bed HMO and run it as a 6-bed, and then maybe later down the road, go in for planning permission for the 7th bedroom. Because if we go straight away now in for planning for 7 rooms, it's likely to be rejected. Now, a reason that we chose this property is basically because it's in a great location, it's in Nottingham, and basically the price was exactly where we wanted it. So this is a big 4-bedroom house that we purchased for £165,000. Now the refurb cost, we're looking to spend roughly around £60,000 to £65,000 on this property, including furniture. So this is the kitchen. As you can see, we'll be ripping all of this out. These ugly red tiles, they definitely gotta go. And this old beat up oven, that's going as well. So this is the kitchen area. This is gonna be a BRRR strategy type of deal, meaning buy, refurbish, refinance, and rent. Those are the typical deals that I like to do because I like the fact that you can recycle your money. So say for example, you put £150,000 into a project. What you can then do is you can do up the property and you can refinance the property, and basically the bank will come out and tell you the new value of the property. And then what you can do is you can remortgage your property and pull out a big chunk of money that goes right back into your bank account, completely tax-free. Because it's a loan, it's classed as a loan, so it's not actually taxable income. So yeah guys, this is the outside of the property. As you can see, we could do an extension similar to what these guys have done right here. However, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is utilize this garage space right here. As I said guys, I can't actually get in because I don't have the key. So with the tenant type, we have several different types of tenants that we can get in a property like this, in a HMO like this. But for this particular property, what we're going to do is we're going to rent it out to a housing provider, and they basically house refugees. So that's what we're going to be doing. We've already got the contract in place for them to take on this property as a 6 or 7-bed HMO. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing guys. Plan B, if for example we decided to not take that contract and give it to the lease provider, then what we'd actually do is we would give it to working professionals and just charge it out room by 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 room. I think that's 7 or 6, but that's what we'll do. Now keep in mind guys, the benefits of using a lease provider is they'll cover all the bills. So you've got to remember, we're in an energy crisis. Bills are costing way more than usual. So that's the main benefit of using a lease provider, is the fact that they'll take on all of the bills. So I managed to negotiate a really good price with a lease provider, and they basically pay $420 per room. But stay tuned to the end of the video. We're gonna go through the in-depth numbers in this deal. Right guys, so I'm gonna quickly talk you through the layout. So that's a bedroom in there. We have a bathroom right here, and then we have more bedrooms here. So we have a bedroom here, and we have 2 more bedrooms right here, another bedroom here. This is easy stuff for us guys. Now that's not me trying to be patronizing, that's me literally saying this is my 19th property now, and I've done altogether around 23 properties because I've sold a few over the years. This is my 6th year in property. Now guys, it does get easier. Do not think that it's going to stay this hard forever. If you're starting out on your journey, keep on going guys, because it does get easier the more experience that you get. So guys, when it comes to the builders, that's a big question I get a lot. How do you find a good build team? And should you do individual tradespeople versus a build team? Now, what I'd recommend you do, guys, is if you're starting out, is to literally try and find a build team. Now, finding a good team of builders, you can actually do this on various different websites, things like My Builder, Check a Trade. So these are like apps that you can download, 2 different apps there, and basically they'll tell you the top rated tradespeople in the area. So you can pretty much post a job and then people will send you messages. Now, that's one way you can find good tradespeople that are rated. So they have like a star rating. That's a good way of finding builders. But it's really hard, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So if you do find good builders, you need to keep them sweet and keep giving them jobs. So that's what I managed to do with the team I work with. I use them a lot. I do have other teams that I can call upon, but right now I do have the main trusted build team, but I do have other teams as well. So it's important not to put all your eggs in one basket, but when you do find good ones, keep hold of them because they're like gold dust. So guys, when it comes to the BRR type of deals, it's all about buying a property for the right price, spending the right amount of money on it, and knowing your end valuation. Now this is a key thing. One good way of knowing how much the property is going to be worth when it's done is by having other valuations in the area. So for me, I actually own another property on this road and I own a few more in this area, and I've had them recently valued, so I pretty much know how much the property is going to be valued for. Now, one thing you can do is if you're using bridging finance, you can get a GDV valuation, which basically tells you how much the property is going to be worth when it's done, and that's pretty much set in stone. So that's something I've started to implement. However, on this one, because we know the area, we know roughly how much we're going to get it valued at on the back end. That's another thing around a BRR strategy. Now, I've got lots of videos on my channel about BRR. I'm going to be making loads more content about BRR and going in depth. If you are looking to get some more support, mentorship, you can join the High Performance Academy. The link is in the description. We have regular Zoom meetings. It's a great way of actually learning from people that are actually doing it like myself. There's about 75 members now, so it's really growing. We'd love to have you as a member. With this property, we purchased it for £165,000, and basically the whole project is costing my joint venture partner £123,772.50. That's how much it's going to cost, guys. 123k, guys. Okay, so we purchased it for £165,000. So that means the deposit was £41,250. Now guys, keep in mind, we could have actually used development finance to fund this whole refurb. However, we decided against that because of interest rates, because we want to limit borrowing at the moment because the interest rates are pretty high. So we decided that my joint venture partner is going to fund this deal. So the deposit is £41,250. The bridge fees were £12,622.50 for the whole year. So how it works, guys, is we'll pay upfront for the whole year for the bridge fees. And if we come off the bridge early, which we are looking to do, then a portion of those bridging costs will actually get refunded, and that would all go back to my business partner. So I've actually got other deals with my business partner. This is our second project that we're doing. So stamp duty was £4,950. However, we do have a way of potentially getting that back through something called a stamp duty refund. But I won't go too much into that, guys, today. So legal fees, £3,000. That's for like the solicitor fees. HMO license fee was £1,000, and the building control fees will be roughly £950. It should be a little bit cheaper actually, but we need to get the exact quote from them. It's usually going to be around £500 for those fees. So our mortgage balance is £123,000. That's our mortgage balance, guys, okay? So that's how much we owe to the bridging company when we come off the bridge, which should be in around 5 months, I'd say 5-6 months. So we should be getting a nice little chunk back for the bridge that we didn't use, because you only pay for the bridging the months that you do actually use. Right guys, so if this property gets valued, I believe this property is going to be valued roughly around £280,000 or £300,000. But let's just say, for example guys, the property gets downvalued and basically gets valued at £250,000. Now that's very unlikely to happen, but we always like to run the numbers based off worst case scenario. So in that situation, my business partner would receive back £63,750. So his money left in the deal would be £60,000. So that's kind of shitty case scenario. But let's look at a good case scenario, £300,000, which is very likely because we've had one in this area valued at that same price, and that was the 6-bed. So if it gets valued at £300,000, the money pulled out will be £101,000, meaning my partner would only have £22,522 left in the deal. So they'd only have around 22k left in the deal, which is really good. So let's say it gets valued at 300k, which is very likely. Then my partner will pull out 81% of their initial investment. So guys, a lot of people are under the misconception that when you're doing a BRR type of deal, that you should be getting all money out every single time, but it's just not. It does happen. I have done it several times. However, it's not realistic to do it every single time. So let's look at the percentage of money pulled out based on a down val of 250. They pull out 51%. So even on down val like 250, my partner would still pull out 51% of their initial investment. So guys, I believe it should get valued around the 300k mark. Now let me talk about the monthly profit on this deal. So we're going to be renting out these rooms for £420 per month to a lease provider, and they're going to cover all the bills. So guys, based on a 6.7% interest rate, which is realistic for this time period, even though that is very high, that is kind of what the interest rates are right now for the type of products we want. The monthly payment on a 300k valuation will be £1,256 per month. So let's just say around £1,300 a month. Now we know guys that in a month, we're going to rent this property for £2,520, and the lease provider is going to cover all the bills. So that gives us a total net profit of £1,209. But keep in mind, my partner would only have around 22k left in the deal. So his return on investment is going to be very, very, very high. If the property gets valued at £300,000, my business partner is going to be getting a 32% return on investment, which in this market is very good. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is on a high interest rate. So when rates come down in the future, our monthly payment could potentially halve, meaning the net profit per month is much higher, meaning my business partner's return on investment is much, much higher. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But guys, keep in mind, if we do get the property valued at £320,000, then we'd only be leaving in £7,500 in the deal. So very minimal left in. Now, keep in mind, guys, this market is hard to do all money out. So the monthly profit on this deal, based on the high interest rates right now, we're looking roughly £1,200, but most of the money will be coming back out. So that's this deal in a nutshell, guys, and that's based on 6-bed. Now, can you imagine if we get the 7-bedroom approved, which is likely because lately I've been getting a lot of 7-beds approved. On this road, I've got an 8-bedroom HMO that I've been approved from planning permission for, and that one is producing really good numbers as well. So, you know, if we did get this one approved as a 7-bed, we just literally add on £420 onto the monthly profit. So it'd be around £1,600 per month net profit, which obviously would split between us. So it's a good deal, guys. I'm happy with it. My business partner's happy. The good thing about my joint venture partner on this deal, he's very realistic. He understands the game. He knows how things work. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed, and I hope I've helped some of you guys to do your own deals and just give a few gems and things I've learned throughout my journey. But guys, remember, subscribe to my channel. If you are looking to do a joint venture, if you're interested in doing a joint venture, drop me a message. We can have a conversation. There's no harm in having a chat, seeing if we're a right fit to working with each other. So guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all very soon.